WWE Rocker MCK here, back in another video, and today I'm going to talk about all the wrestling talent I plan on meeting before the end of the year, because I have a good chunk of names that I already have tickets for. So let's get started. If we're going to go in order, we're going to start off with AEW's Darby Allin. I have his VIP ticket, which means that I get front of the line access to him, so I get 2 autographs and a photo with him. He was only $50. I think he's actually going to be a huge up-and-coming talent in the next coming years if AEW allows it. And with him holding the, I think it's the TNT belt that he had for so long, I really believe he will become something. I want to meet him before he gets too expensive, and just so I can be like, wow, I met him when he was still kind of becoming someone. Next up is actually going to be Jerry the King Lawler. That will be taking place in August. I have his elite figure to be signed. Him, I haven't yet purchased the tickets, but there's not a limited amount into the day of, so I have until August to get my ticket for him. He's obviously someone I've always wanted to meet. I'm a huge fan of commentating. Honestly, Michael Cole's in my top 5 people I want to meet at some point, which is weird, but I really enjoy listening to how they can tell the story of the match on the mic. So Jerry the King Lawler, I'm meeting him mainly for that. Yeah, he's gonna be a really cool guy to meet. Next up is Mr. Rob Van Dam, the Hall of Famer from this year. I have a VIP ticket for him, which means 3 autographs, from the line access, and a photo with him. That'll be taking place at the end of August. They're also planning on doing an ECW day. Main person there is Rhino. Rhino was my first ever wrestler I met in 2011. And don't even have a picture with him. I just have his autograph like scribbled on a piece of paper. So I'm not sure if I'll meet Rhino again, but obviously I'm getting Rob Van Dam. He's a Hall of Famer, a true talent, a guy that I've had tickets to meet twice and couldn't attend either, but this time I'm getting the job done. I'm meeting Mr. Rob Van Dam. And if those names were not big enough, I have 3 more names that are bigger for you. And first off is Mr. Jon Moxley, Dean Ambrose. I'll be meeting him in October. I'm gonna get a picture and autograph for Mr. Dean Ambrose. I'm super psyched about him. I've been wanting to meet the entire Shield. I've met Roman Reigns. Now I can check off Dean. Last is gonna be Seth. I was a huge Shield fan when they first came out. Had their t-shirts. I mean, they were just awesome. They were the faction that I figured was going to go far, and they really did. And how Dean Ambrose just broke off and just did himself was amazing. And then jumping companies, and how being a champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling and also being a big name in AEW is just incredible to see how far he's come. So as a talent they just announced a little bit ago, and that is actually going to be the APA. JBL and Ron Simmons. I will be meeting them in November. I think this is the first time JBL has really gone out and done autograph signings outside of the WWE, which is a little unique because you don't typically see him do those kind of things, especially with it being the APA, which is even bigger. The really cool thing is that the pictures are actually going to be the APA setup. They're going to have the card table and the door that they always said, hey, you know, use the door, even though you can just walk around to nothing. So that is going to be awesome. That same exact day, though, I'm meeting WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus, one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time. I have her elite figure to be signed, and I'm talking like the old school elite figure. I will show it closer to the date, but I just keep staring at it on my wall. This is a really old elite figure from Trish Stratus, but I'm super excited to meet her and have her sign that. There is 2 more meet and greets that are coming up that don't have dates yet, and that is Mr. Bray Wyatt. I did pay for him, but we don't know what's going on with him because he's not currently on TV. And when WWE decides to come to Albany, New York, or upstate New York, that's when his meet and greet is supposed to take place. But the promotion bringing him in is not sure if he will do it because he's having mental health problems right now, which I completely understand. You gotta get yourself fixed before you can do meet and greets. So if something happens to the Bray Wyatt meet and greet, I'll be a little bummed, but I'm more worried about him getting himself better than meeting him. And the last one is, I guess he's like a big name. I mean, he would have been a couple years ago, and that's Enzo Amore and Mr. Big Cass himself. They're also supposed to be at the date with Trish Stratus and the APA, but they are not taking anything in advance. They're not taking any pre-photo purchases or anything. So that makes me think that maybe they may pull out, because typically all the talent for these WrestleFest events that I go to have to have their stuff up for people to pre-order, pre-purchase before the event so there's not big lines. So I don't know what's going to happen to Enzo and Cass, but hopefully they stick it out so I can meet them. And how I meet all these people, there is this incredible company called Hideout. I go to the events in Colony Center Mall and Crossgates Mall. Those are both located in Albany, New York, which is actually the capital of New York, believe it or not. I know there will be one more name added in there, 100%, and they are doing an AEW day closer to the Rochester event, which is September 29th. I do have second row VIP for that show, and I'm excited to see what Heroes Hideout's going to do for that event. Said they're going to be an AEW day, but they can't say who the talent is yet, so I'm stoked to see who it is, and I will definitely be hanging out at Heroes Hideout that day. But yeah, that's everyone I'm going to be meeting. If you happen to be going to any of these events, let me know and we can definitely meet up there. Let me know what you think about all the wrestlers I'm meeting, and if you've had any experience with them, let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, and subscribe.